Hi everyone, welcome to Active Self-Protection Extra. We're here at Ben Avery's shooting facility in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. And I have a quasi gear review for you today. A couple of lubes that I like. This is the AMSOIL lubricant. This one is the Lucas Oil gun oil. And here's what I want to tell you, okay? People give me a hard time all the time about guns and dirt and cleaning my guns. And I'm going to tell you this. It is not dirty guns that have a problem. It's dry guns. Big Tex Outdoors has holsters, accessories, optics, and other parts that you need as a self-defender. I'm one of his customers and I recommend him highly. Check out the page on our website with our favorite deals. So I just want to show you my carry gun. This is how I came to the range today. This is my carry gun Theseus. So one of the things you can see is the transfer bar is NP3 coated. So I just want to show you here real quick. Again, if I take that, it is absolutely filthy. And you can see I've pulled some filth off of that. And if you look at my feed ramp, filthy. If you go and I pulled that out, you can see this is again a threaded barrel. Barrel is filthy. If you look at the actual feed ramp here, if you look at all of that stuff, this gun is utterly filthy. Why? Because I clean guns like, I don't know, about every 5,000 rounds, give or take, maybe 8,000 rounds. I'll just clean it because I get tired of kind of, residue. But here's the reality of things. If you were paying attention, what you saw is that in the places that matter, that actually reciprocate, the gun is lubed. Okay? And because the gun is lubed, it's utterly and completely reliable. So here's the thing. I get it, man. What I get when I get crap, it's from Marines, right? So these old Marines that go, oh my God, how come you don't clean your gun? Well, and I get it, man. You would get in a lot of trouble if you turned in a dirty gun to the armory, right? You would get in all kinds of crap from the armorer that you would have a squeaky clean gun. I honestly think that's for a couple reasons. Number one, somewhat in the sandbox when we were in Iraq, and you have blowing sand every day and it gets into your gun and into your rifle, that'll gum up an AR-15 or an M4 pattern rifle without too much ado, okay? That's why like a guy like my friend Chuck Pressburg carried an HK-416 because it had run dry because it was a piston gun. But we don't do that here in the US. I carry this gun concealed. It doesn't get blowing dust and crap in it. And because of that, again, as long as it's lubed, it's going to run fine. Now, I also think that if you over clean your guns, if you clean them fastidiously and you're always, fine-tooth combing them and they're always perfect all the time, well, you run the risk of premature wear on your parts. This particular gun, guys, I have about 16,000 rounds through. Started carrying it a year ago. It's got about 16,500 rounds today. So it's been cleaned like, I don't know, I cleaned it when I got it just because then that way I knew what was going on inside it. And then it's probably due for a cleaning, but I've put, I don't know, 7,000 or 8,000 rounds you can see down in here in the firing stuff and all that stuff. Yeah, it's dirty, but guess what? It's lubed, so let's go shoot it and see how it works. The gear review portion. I do like this Lucas oil. This stuff is really good. Remember, Lucas is like they're an additives company, and I really like that for that. I'm not sponsored in any way by Lucas. I don't have any relationship with them whatsoever. I do like the needle applicator so that you can put the oil where you want it and it doesn't travel on you. So I use this quite a bit. I also really like the AMSOIL stuff. I actually, again, no relationship. I don't have any connection to them. I'd talk to either one of these companies because I actually use their stuff. Remember, that's how we do sponsorships at ASP. But I use this AMSOIL stuff. Actually, my cars have AMSOIL in them because they actually publish their test data. A lot of the lubrication companies, there's a bunch of woo out there about lube, but the reality is a company like Lucas publishes its data on this is what this lube actually does, and here's what our testing says. A company like AMSOIL publishes their test data, so you can see what it actually does and if it holds up. I could put the stuff in there. This bottle here, I'm just darn near out of, but I've used this bottle for like, I don't know, 5 years or something like that. And this bottle of Lucas oil I got at NRAM 2 years ago, and you can see it's still full. you can see there's like this much in there because I use drip, 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 drip. You're just using tiny drips of it. Not really that big a deal. So again, let's go see if my dirty, nasty, but lubed gun shoots. All right, well, shall we just perhaps run some failures to stop? Let's do a couple, shall we? I'm gonna get killed on the streets though because my gun is dirty. Oh no, my dirty gun that you've seen shoot on the channel again and again. Just run a couple of failure to stop drills. That was terrible. All right, that was a 2-3 and was terrible. See if I can actually grip the gun. There was what I was looking for. A little bit slow. 2-7-2. Try it again. A little high on that last one. I had at least a 2-1-7 there, so at least I picked my pace up a little bit. Of course, I missed on the headshot. All right, so now here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna see on the B here if I can just keep this gun running and just get the hits that I want. So, there's a whole magazine. So what do we see again? Dirty guns run fine. It's not about dirty. It's about lubed, dry guns. When I teach, and we teach around 300 students a year on the line at Active Self-Protection, 9 times out of 10, if somebody's gun is not coming to par, if it's choking, if it's having problems, it's a lube issue. We lube the tar out of the gun, 9 times out of 10, it'll start running again, unless it's a 1911. In which case it might be having feed ramp problems. That's just the reality of things. Or there's a couple others that have some problems too, but 9 times out of 10, especially if it's a Glock or something like that, an HK, a Smith & Wesson, man, lube the gun, it'll probably run great for you. But if you let the gun stay dry, it's not gonna run well. So, gripe about cleaning your guns less, shoot them more, and lube them.